The issue that confronts us today is one on which we all ought to be able to agree. ISIL must be defeated. Period. End of story.
The U.S. Secretary of State testifying before the Senate Foreign Relations Committee in Washington on Wednesday. John Kerry reiterated the president's assertion that U.S. forces do not and will not have a combat mission in the struggle against Islamic State, who are also known as ISIS and ISIL. When it went to a vote, the Republican-controlled House of Representatives were overwhelmingly in favor of a program to train and arm Syrian rebels.
The amendment is adopted.
A Senate vote is now expected as early as Thursday. Well, speaking from a picnic at the White House, President Obama was delighted.
America is now positioned better than we could have ever imagined if we continue to act in the interests of all of us, and if every once in a while we're willing to set aside politics and try to get something done.
In the meantime, Iran's foreign minister says the threat from IS would not be eradicated by airstrikes. Speaking at the Council on Foreign Relations in New York, Mohammad Javad Zarif also questioned why Iran had been excluded from Monday's 26-nation conference in Paris to discuss the issue. He called the participating nations a coalition of repenters.
Most participants in that meeting, in one form or another, provided support to ISIS in the course of its creation and upbringing and expansion. Actually, at the end of the day, creating a Frankenstein that came to hunt its creators.
Zarif described the Islamic militants as a dangerous phenomenon and that new tools were needed to deal with the group.